Bonjour, Fargo.
Hi.
Bonjour, my name is Alexandre Cusa, and you are?
Khaled.
And we are honored and pleased to receive you here at 1 Million Cups. So, to some of us are still curious, what are we doing here? Who is new in the room? Who is new in the room? Maybe you should raise your hand. Aren't you new in the room? Kudos to him. He's the bravest new person to follow me on stage. So, for those, do you know, by the way, why you're here? Like, what's 1 Million Cups?
I don't know 1 million cups yet.
Oh, and he's honest. He's blunt. Okay. So thank you for asking, because some of there over there wouldn't be brave enough to ask me. So 1 Million Cups is our weekly event where, wait a minute, who's not so new? Who's not so new? Who's not so new? There you go. See, all these people, they're not so new, so they know what I'm going to be saying. They're going to be like, okay, here you go again. He's going to say the same thing. Who recruited you? The new people. Who recruited you? Who recruited you? There you go. Recruiters, thank you so much. Who recruited you? Who brought you here?
My mom.
Ooh, okay. So kudos to your mom. I think I know maybe who it is. But anyway, for those that don't know why we're here, 1 Million Cups is our weekly event where we get to consult, connect, and listen to local, regional, and national entrepreneurs. 1 Million Cups as well is an amazing, amazing platform for what we call ourselves the Silicon Prairie. And when you think of the Silicon Prairie, it's an ecosystem where entrepreneurs get to help each other to take each other to the next level. Another thing which is amazing is that all this would not be possible without all of you showing up every time. So we're very, very grateful. That's one thing we'll always express is gratitude. But one thing as well, when you come here, enjoying some amazing coffee. Who enjoyed the coffee? Who enjoyed the coffee? Do you drink coffee? Hopefully not.
No.
Okay, I was going to say no, don't say yes. So around amazing coffee, you get to connect and gauge somewhat the pulse of the area. What's new? What's happening? So always remember, come here perhaps as a new person, but then leave as a well-connected Fargo, Moorhead, West Fargo person. So with that, should we say thank you? What should we say?
I think we will say thank you for our community, and thank you for everybody coming here and today.
Oh, okay, with that, I can't top that. Let me just, this was Alexandre and
Khaled.
thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. My name is Greg. I'm going to be your host today. How this is going to work is we're going to have a series of announcements and opportunities for you to plug into our community. And then we have two social entrepreneurs that are going to speak, two folks that are using business models to solve social challenges. They've got a lot of energy and excitement, and we're going to hear from them today. We're also joined today by our live audience. We're partnered with Click Content Studios, an organization that is helping folks tell the story. So we're live streaming today on FargoForum.com, the Dickinson Press, Grand Forks Herald, probably the New York Times. And so thank you to the Click Content Studios for helping us tell the stories of the entrepreneurs in our region. So to kick things off, we have some announcements, opportunities for you to plug in. We've got Emily from the North Dakota State University Research and Technology Park to give us an update on Innovation Challenge. Welcome, Emily.
Thank you. So we have our big event coming up for the Innovation Challenge. So every year we ask students what pisses you off, what irritates you, what do you look at every single day and think, I can do that so much better. And they want to share their ideas with you on February 27th from 5 to 7 p.m. in the Memorial Union. Parking is free after 4:30, so don't sweat it. But we will have delicious appetizers and incredibly motivated, entrepreneurial-minded students to share their ideas. February 27th, you can sign up on Eventbrite. That's just to kind of get numbers for food. But that way we'll have a name tag there ready and prepped to go. So hopefully we'll see you on February 27th.
Thank you, Emily. Last night I had an opportunity to work with 7 of the teams getting ready. They are excited. They are doing their research. Fantastic ideas. You're not going to want to miss that. Also, we've got Jordan from the Emerging Prairie team to give us an update on a lunch and learn opportunity. Jordan!
Hi. We have our lunch and learn today at the Prairie Den, the co-working space downtown. It is from noon to 1 on project management, and Brian Carroll will be leading us through the 5 phases of project management. It's free. It's BYOL or bring your own lunch. There's more information on our Prairie Den Facebook page. Hope to see you there.
All right. Thank you, Jordan. That lunch is actually sponsored by Punch-Out, the Nintendo game. The theme is everybody has a plan until you get punched in the face. Mike Tyson. Also, we've got Scott Meyer, who last week was our host. This week has an announcement. It was 100% consensus. He's far better than I am. So thank you, Scott, for taking my job. Welcome, Scott.
I was just going to say, you took the mic back, so I obviously was not good enough. But I'm excited. One of the skills I wish I would have known earlier in life is design thinking, which is a way to create solutions and strategy for businesses. It comes from the design world, and now it's really common in the business world. So we're going to have a workshop tomorrow from David Cronrath. He's from the University of Maryland at Berry Hall at 3 o'clock. So come on over and see that. He's also giving the Wold Lecture at 11:30 tomorrow on the mezzanine in Berry Hall. So he's going to bring some really cool ideas on how you can kind of think creatively. So we'd love to have you.
All right. Thank you, Scott. All right, today the folks buying us coffee are our friends at the Dakota Medical Foundation. A couple years ago, we had an opportunity to hear from Pat Trainer, one of the co-founders of the whole initiative, and their team has launched this idea called Giving Hearts Day. How many of you have heard of Giving Hearts Day? This is an organization, an idea, a platform that is changing the world. Right now at 1 Million Cups Bismarck, they're doing Giving Hearts Day at their 1 Million Cups. Folks around the region are excited about it. So we got the two guys that are on Count Me TV for a $25,000 appearance fee. They are here. Join me in welcoming to the stage Mike and Scott.
Hey friends and everybody on the internet, including the New York Times. We're glad that you're tuning in. So when you support a charity, this is about putting our values into action. This is about saying that people that don't have food should, that kids that don't have access to good education should, that people that are new here should feel welcome. And that's what supporting a charity is all about. We have many charities in the audience. If you're with a charity that's making an impact in our community, could you raise your hand? All right, we've got the Village with us. We've got Bright Lights, so I can't see anybody else. But they're making a tremendous impact, and you can talk to them. A lot of them are wearing red. Ask them about their cause and the impact that it's making. And so February 14th, that's Valentine's Day. You can find a charity to love. There's over 400 charities participating. Every charity has worked hard throughout the years to raise at least a $4,000 or more match, so your dollars are multiplied. And we are going to be live all day, right, Mike?
Yeah, that's right. Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Little. I serve as a senior field correspondent with Count Me TV. And I don't know how Scott's going to do it, but we're going from 5 a.m. until 1 in the morning. And so our job, we have about 7 correspondents going out in the field just to highlight all of the activities and the good work that's happening in the community. We'll be going places. It actually happens to be Ferris wheel day, so we're going to go to Shields and ride the Ferris wheel. But there's also the Village has an event with pinball at the Pinball Arcade. We're just going everywhere. It's going to be a lot of fun, so tune in. It's on Facebook under Giving Hearts Day. Count Me TV is really what we're calling it. But really, this year, we're going for 50,000. We want 50,000 generous donors. That's our goal.
Yeah, that's right. And we've got a gift for you as we close out today. So who is new here? Everybody's got a hand up. All right, we're going to give you a gift card, and what we're asking you to do is to find a charity to love and bring a friend or two to also find a charity to love. But we appreciate the generosity of this community, and this is a profound activity to take part in. It feels good to give, and it's good for our health, and we're inviting you to join us. Let's get the 50,000. Thanks, everybody.
All right, thank you guys. Let's commit to being part of this. This is a fantastic opportunity to share a little, share a lot. The other thing is like there's no more red suit coats at Halbersted's anymore. So thank you to the Dakota Medical Foundation team for buying all the red suit jackets. All right, so we wanted to find social entrepreneurs that are participating in Giving Hearts Day to elevate them and to introduce our first speaker. We're going to bring somebody that came last week. This is a young woman, I believe, from Fargo South High School that came to 1 Million Cups with a bunch of her friends to explore our community. I want to invite her to give a reaction from her classmates who were so kind to skip school and join us. So Abrar, if you could come on up, let's welcome Abrar, Fargo South High School. Before you do the introduction, tell us a little bit, what was it like to come to 1 Million Cups last week?
It was amazing because I didn't realize how many entrepreneurs, like how connected our community was. So for the first time coming to 1 Million Cups, it was like a really great experience. So should I start it? All right, so like Greg said, I'm Abrar Sharfi from Fargo South High School, and I'm here to introduce an amazing woman who helped me pursue my passion of promoting entrepreneurship. So Fauzia Ade is from Somalia, and she's an immigrant, and she's also a social entrepreneur. And Fauzia and I share the same passion of helping others, and she pursues her passion through working in the International Market Plaza and an immigrant development center. And with her work, she's encouraging new immigrants to start their businesses and pursue their dreams and help them with their challenges they face. So I would like to welcome Fauzia Ade.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'll be a little bit nervous. Be with me. Thank you for having me today in Million Cups. I actually was in the audience a lot of time, and I dreamed this day to be here. Immigrant Development Center, it was founded in 2003 with New American groups. It was me, myself, and Daniel Goronados, Fidela, who's not here, and others who came from different countries. And our beginning, when we started this project, we called ourselves the Refugee and Immigrant Economy Developments. We had a long name. So, and we used to work in production line, and in the lunchtime, we will sit in the table and say, well, what is missing? How come we always travel 4 hours to buy food and, you know, our spices and all that stuff? What do we need? We talked about that we needed an organization that gives resources to new American entrepreneurs, what they need, how to start business. So then we also start being active in the community, going around door to door, meeting other organizations, asking them, how do we do this work? Well, we didn't know there is a lot of layers to cover. We needed to cover an organization. And so we met with FM Area Foundation and West Central Initiative, and they welcomed us with open hand. And West Central Initiative said, we want to be your fiscal agency. So since then, we took off. We did some amazing project that we couldn't, you know, if you ask me 11 years ago if I can do this project, I will say no, because I myself was new in this country, and language wise, I didn't know that much English. I was going to my English classes that time at Woodrow Wilson, and I was trying to learn the culture of this town. And me running an organization, it's an amazing thing that I'm so thankful this opportunity was given to us. Immigrant Development Center, our mission is to build capacity of business and economy skills within the immigrant population, ultimately leading to an economy self-sufficiency. One of the projects that we did, it's called the International Market Plaza. International Market Plaza, it's 1.5 million project. It costed for us to build relationship, shake hands, listen, talk to a lot of people. We brought a federal and local and a foundation money together to buy the building, renovate, and also there is some loans. And this gave us the opportunity to have a space that's affordable, to have businesses to start. You know, one of the ladies who started in the Market Plaza in a small space, affordable, $300, and she had a lot of, she makes jewelry and she sews. And one thing she told me is, Fauzia, since I started working here and I opened this business, I used to go to the doctors every day and emergency room every week. Since I started here, I'm having hopes. I'm so happy to have this business. Thank you for giving me this chance every day. And she have coffee for me when I arrive. And I feel guilty to be treated that good. But these businesses give a woman, specifically new American women, when men go to work in production line, less women are hired because of the muscles that they need. So most of the women ended up staying home or working in housekeeping. So they want something else. They want something to free them, and they have a lot of skills. So this project is just a giving. So we have a lot of women in the Market Plaza. It was not meant to be only women, but hey, I wanted. So this is a glance of the International Market Plaza. We have a lot of work to do. That's why we are doing Giving Hearts Day. We raised up to 9,000. Right now, we are looking for 9,000 matching. And Fargo, I know you're always there for us, and I want you to give us the opportunity, and everybody outside Fargo. As a minority-run organization, we participated the last 3 to 4 years, and I'm willing to share my learning through Giving Hearts Day to also teach other minority organizations to learn how to do it. It's not that hard, also it's not that simple. In the IMP model, it is a limited liability company. We have up to 25 businesses in there. We also have something that's called micro-lending. Our organization is one of the organizations who raised up to 105,000 loans that we gave to area businesses that was started by New Americans. We gave Discount Market 20,000, Fargo Halal 25, Barwajo right now it's run by a Bhutanese family. Also, our first loan we gave it to Ermina Cleaning Services, and she's very successful. I have so much stories to share of the businesses that we supported. The last one we just supported, we secured 250,000. This is the biggest loan that we secured as an organization to work with New American business. And I would like to answer your question after this. Thank you.
Awesome. Fawzi, a quick question before we bring you back up for question answers. Do you like what you do?
Yes, I do. I was a little bit shy, and
yeah, we believe you.
Yes, but now I got used to it.
Thank you. We look forward to answering questions with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's give her a round of applause. Our next social entrepreneur that we get to hear from today is Pastor David Verney. He moved to Fargo from Wilmer with his family, his 2 kids, and he came here to focus on a ministry of helping folks with addiction. As a person that knew the struggle, he wanted to share that opportunity to help folks discover their faith. Join me in welcoming to the stage Pastor David Verney from Redemption Road. Welcome, David.
Thank you. Wow, it is bright up here. So I drank a bunch of coffee and I got to pee now. So they told me I had 6 minutes. I wrote a bunch of stuff down and I don't think I'll even get through it. So anyways, thank you for having me here this morning. So I appreciate it to highlight kind of what we do. So first of all, I want to say that I was voted into my high school class, not once, but twice. The first one was most likely to appear on America's Most Wanted. The second time was the person who needed the most professional help. And I got disconnected from like everyone in high school, and now I see them on Facebook and stuff like that. I wasn't the only one. So anyways, I just want to share with you real quick some of the things. So I didn't go to business school. I didn't graduate from college. I barely graduated high school. I was passed from grade to grade. I was a troubled kid. Teachers passed me, I think, grade to grade because they didn't want to deal with me for another year, you know. So when it came to business, I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't know how to I didn't know how to put together a yearly budget. I didn't know what a spreadsheet was, and I didn't even send my first email until I was 34 years old. So I was definitely behind the curve. So educationally, I always felt like I was behind the curve, but I was ahead of the class when it came to life experience. You see, my mom worked the streets and struggled as a heroin addict my whole life. And I was raised in a drug house to the age of 5. This part I don't want to mess up. So obviously I didn't move here to Fargo 4 years ago with a business plan. I wanted to help people So I didn't have a business plan, and I don't create product for profit. My business is people. I sell hopes and dreams. So I had to teach myself a lot, and I have to thank YouTube, right? But most importantly, I married up. So there's my wife right there, wave. So best thing I ever did was marry up. So if you're single, piece of advice, marry up. So there's some things that I'm teaching myself today. You know, I'm all about leadership, leaders that produce leaders. It's real important. And also understanding relationships that will last a lifetime. So what is our mission? Our mission is to serve people, create opportunity, and to transform lives. We work with men and women coming out of the criminal justice system or treatment facilities. A large number of them are dealing with some sort of substance abuse in their life. So we're a place of recovery and transition. So Redemption Road is transitional housing. So basically what we do is we have 4 pillars to our ministry. The first pillar is our sober homes. It's kind of a housing first model. It's hard to teach someone life skills when they're in a survival mode or a survival mindset. So we get them a safe, sober place to lay down. Our second pillar of ministry is employment. We work really hard in trying to find these individuals jobs, and hopefully they can stay with those jobs for a period of time. The third pillar of ministry is recovery. The recovery is really kind of a linchpin in all this, and if the individual couldn't receive recovery services, they're going to fall back into the active addiction lifestyle, and they're going to get stuck, and it's a revolving door. So the fourth one is service. One of the biggest things that we teach our men and women is how to serve. You see, we're takers. We're selfish, self-centered, and self-seeking. Service is a big part of what we do because we're kind of done taking from the community. We want to give back. So today, in closing, I just want to say I'm amazed by the people I get to meet, the work I get to do with other people, and to follow your call, to love those on the margin, and to find a charity or two to love on Giving Hearts Day and beyond.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. If you could just join me here. We would love to ask you some questions. There's some water for both of you. So for those online, if you could tweet in your questions with the hashtag #OneMCFAR, and to those in the room, you can track down our mic runners. You can just raise your hand and we'll grab the question. So I'll kick things off. Fazia, you are in the business of helping entrepreneurs. You've got folks that are coming to you looking for financing, mentor, wisdom. What do you love about these entrepreneurs that you get to work with that are bringing businesses to life in our community?
First, they bring something. When I meet a new American or somebody who's very new in this town and they want to start a very big business, I always say, wow, they have more courage than I am. But I say, hey, it's doable. Let's go meet with a bank or meet with SPCDC to help us finish the business plan. Or I will always call a friend, somebody who works with me to kind of, we build a good relationship around this community, and a lot of lenders kind of have different ear. They hear us, and when I call, I really do get a lot of different organizations, Dakota CDC, Bell Bank, Cornerstone, a lot of different, they are like waiting my call. So I'm so thankful.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And David, you know, we've heard from the First Lady in our community on this concept of stigma. You're somebody that is helping folks in their path to maybe a different journey that you experience as well. Can you talk a little bit about the First Lady's work as stigma and how that it applies to the folks that you're working with?
Yeah, before the governor and the governor's wife came into the picture, you kind of feel like you're out here kind of doing that work alone, and to have leadership kind of come into place, and to have like a leader on a national scale support the work that you're doing, and they get it and they understand and they have a personal investment in that, you know. But yeah, you know, it's tough as addicts and alcoholics because there is a stigma to these individuals, and you know, for a long time you feel it's a self-stigma that you put on yourself, because it's not even so much society, but it's the things and the self-defeating thoughts that you have about yourself before anything else and before what the world looks at you. So it's things that you have to break through, and that's, you know, pivotal to like kind of the work that we're doing is we try to build that individual up. So, and for so long they've thought so less of themselves. So.
Excellent. Let's go to the crowd. If you've got questions, you could ask them for either of them. I'm happy to answer any of your questions as well. I don't think I have anything helpful to say, but if your tire runs out of air and you need to get, I recommend American Express services this morning. They've been very fantastic. All right, questions from the crowd. Sorry, way overshare, but dealing with personal issues. Questions from the crowd. Any questions for, all right, we got one right up front.
Thank you. I'm curious with the international market and boutiques, how much outreach there is to maybe people who are from Fargo and have never eaten that food or shopped for those clothes, and if you see that as an opportunity in terms of educating and getting different people in the space.
Yes, we are planning to educate the community and also market it differently. Now it's word of mouth, and and the project itself, it's not completely done yet. Our kitchens are not up and working yet, so we are raising money while we go, because this is a bigger project than we are. That's what we said when we wanted to paint International Market Plaza. This project is bigger than us. Please come help us. So we didn't finish all the way, but when we finish, we want to reach out to the community. We want to reach out to the schools and cultural college, and whatever, you know, to come and teach and kind of get to know your community and test the world and see colorful stuff, and that's our plan. We want to you know, connect with the community and make sure everybody knows about it.
Excellent. Let's go back to the crowd. Looks like we got one up top.
Hey, Dave. So, you mentioned you do halfway houses. So, where are you at now, and where would you like to be as far as like amount of people you're serving?
So right now we service 23 males in Fargo. We have 11 males in Jamestown, North Dakota, and then we also have 11 female beds too. So we just kind of opened up the female side of things. It's a little over a year old, so that's kind of a new area for us. We kind of have this model where men work with men and women work with women, and really where I kind of see myself is I really kind of have this thought and this idea in my mind about like what would a recovery community center look like. See, I come from Spokane, Washington, and it's a pretty big city, and they kind of have a couple different clubs there, and it just came, healthy socialization is a big part of it. So one day I would like to see this community really grab a hold of like what does a recovery community center look like with like total wraparound services in it. So outpatient treatment, people that are getting out that, you know, need to do follow-up care, you know, one-on-one counseling, you know, recovery meetings going on, you know, you're talking pool table, air hockey, you know, you're talking, you know, Saturday night clean and sober dances, you know, some really good activities for the community to get involved in.
All right, let's go. Looks like we got one up here. Oh, let's get your mic on. We can't hear you.
This question's for David. And my question is, you talked about one of your pillars being service. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that, how you work with your clients about service to the community or other
Sure.
service that
So,
you'd be working with?
you know, I kind of have this take care of the neighborhood, and you know, we've done a lot of different kind of remodels, and we've helped individuals with inside of the community kind of upgrade their houses, or we have, you know, a lot of our service work goes into some of the re-educating some of the community, people sharing their story, getting involved in the treatment centers or the detoxes, you know, and we have individuals that kind of have gone into county jail, you know, and shared their stories. It's all about, you know, giving this message of hope that a recovering addict can share their story and help another person who's in their addiction, give them hope to be able to stand and eventually walk out of their own addiction. So, but I was just trying to figure out like a summer activity, right? So one of the biggest things that we want to do at the end of this summer is we want to do like a cops and cons softball game. And do a massive fundraiser for youth prevention. So we want to like raise a bunch of funds in the community between law enforcement and anyone who's been cycled through the system or anything like that, and raise funds and give all those funds to prevention to go back into the school system to help educate students so they never end up in my seat or they never end up in so-and-so's seat.
If you were like a gambling man, would you put your money right now on the cops or the cons?
I don't know.
All right, let's go to the front row. Let's go to the front row.
It's a tough one, so.
Hi, thank you for sharing, guys. I have a question for both of you. First, Fazia, and then Pastor Dave. Can you guys share a little bit about the day in the life of the work that you do, maybe for anybody who may be interested in doing what you're doing or maybe wants to learn more about how they can help you? Can you just kind of give us a little bit about the day, a typical day for you?
I stay positive. You know, being a black woman and also a scarfed woman, a Muslim woman, and also a language, you know, I have accent. Always, I stay positive, and I always take. Actually, I learn from the no's more than the yes. When I go and meet and I sell the project that I'm working on, and the need that, you know, and what it takes to be, you know, an entrepreneur when you are new in the community. So I always, for me, I put all my, you know, this happy energy, but behind it, I'm willing to accept rejection also and learn from it and go to the next person and work with them. So I'm always ready to open the next door and accept negative and positive. So most negative I learn from them, and they keep me waking up in the morning, which I don't say reject me, but I mean, I learn from it, rejection, because that's how my first struggles were those. But I'm looking forward to work with my entrepreneurs and raise money to lend them.
All right. Where are we going? All right, right here.
Right here. I kind of have a question for both of you guys, but for Redemption Road, do you guys have a youth program going right now kind of preventing that? Or obviously some youth do go through that addiction abuse. Do you guys have like a program running for that, or do you guys hope to have a program running for that?
Eventually, like what we want to do is we want to look at a continuum of care, and that would be anything from prevention, intervention, treatment, and then also short-term, long-term recovery. So one of the hard things is like, you know, so we're only like 4 years old, and we're starting to get the big picture, you know, and I know like my issues started in high school, and eventually we want to get there. We just don't have anything, a model yet there to kind of work with youth. I was approached with Lutheran Social Services and asked me about starting a house for kids that are phasing out of the foster care system. So it's kind of trickling that way. So.
Nice. Just one more. I'll give the mic away. For Posey, as some students, like the young lady over there, there are youth who also want to go ahead and kind of start their own business, as we have seen Sadia Hassan be on this stage and being a young entrepreneur from her side. Do you see being a mentor for kids around that youth development section, or do you just want to stick to like?
No, I'm always open. I have, our organization grew because of students and volunteer kids who want to learn. Actually, that's what made us grow so fast. So I actually take them under my wing, bring them to my office, work with me until they're tired and they learn everything.
Define tired. You working them hard?
Yes.
All right, we're getting towards the end. Roger, and hey, let's give it up for Roger. Who got a Valentine from Roger? How about those Valentines? Thank you, Roger.
Okay, before I ask the last question, Fazia, as a WASP, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, your facility was not a place that I went to. We have been involved twice now with New American program. I was amazed. If you have not been in her building, go. You will find things you will not find anyplace else in town. It is tremendous. Okay, so we always ask, what can Fargo Moorhead do to help you improve your business and move on?
I'm also already thankful of my exception. For
Okay, so you've just proven you're North Dakotan.
Yeah.
But let's get to what you really need. How can we help you?
Please, I'm raising 9,000 this year at the Giving Hearts Day. I raised 9,000 already. Please go to the website in the Giving Hearts Day and give. I will thank you so much. And always, my office is open to, giving you a tour, coming to our work site, and please give it to our organization. We hold part of our community, and our community, it's beautiful when we all work together.
All right. David, Alex, you want to ask David the last question? Oh, no more. You want to ask it? Okay, you can ask it. So the question is, how do you overcome negativity based on culture, maybe religion, maybe geography? Would you be willing to share that?
Well, I actually, in my culture, I was a woman, and I started a project. That was a challenging. I was pushed from my culture and the new culture that I'm meeting, the North Dakotan themselves, So I actually, it encouraged me. Like I said, it encouraged me, and that made me want to go to work every day, want to do what I do. And I never took no for no. I will always come back. And so that also made me burn a lot of bridges because people, I will, if I see no, I will come the next day to try to convince you again. So when I meet a leader 3-4 times, some of them, they're like, well, when she comes, just tell them nobody's here. So when I'm rejected that way, I'll go away, and then I come from another corner still. I will send a friend or somebody you know. So
it sounds like my dating life.
Yes. So relationship building and staying positive. And don't take no for no, because you are meant to be part of this community, and you are a human being, you are valued. take that advantage. At times, if very short. Life is too short. Yes.
David, you are.
I want to share something. Haters are going to be haters.
Yeah.
Haters are going to be haters, and just understand that the adversity is building character. You know, and that's the big thing is you want to be a woman of character, and those things kind of shape the character of your life. So.
David, questions back to you. There's well over 100 people here. There's probably millions watching online, hundreds of millions. What can all of us do to support you? You and your team, your family, you're committed to a difficult cause. You're helping folks out. What can we do to help Redemption Road reach its full potential?
It is a difficult cause. They say it takes 4 stays in treatment for 1 year of recovery. You know, big question. I got 2 houses on my block that are completely condemned. Anyone want to buy a house? You know, so basically we're trying to create more beds. You know, this is a big community with a big need. And these beds are important to people, and they give people the opportunity and the advantage to get settled and learn how to live differently. And, you know, a day in the life of David, right? You know, as this business kind of has grown, it's pushed me to come out and do more things like this. But when I do things like this, the residential care kind of drops, right? Because that's what I used to do. I used to go out to Jamestown 3 times a week, right, and spend anywhere from 5 to 8 hours with these individuals, trying to get them on their feet and encourage them, right? So as I'm doing this takes away from that. So I got 2 employees over there, and the part of the team, we call it the care team. And you know, that as I move outwardly, they're moving inwardly. So you know, it's exciting to be part of this growing recovery movement with great leadership in this state, and you know, really the financial help helps us do more. So giving more helps us do more. So.
All right, folks, let's give them a round of applause. Fazia, Pastor David, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you for that.
Thank you. Well, if you want to chat with these folks, I guess there's a public service announcement.
No, it's just I really wanted to take this moment. I've never done it publicly, but when I graduated from Concord in 2015, new, not so experienced, a lot of you see me now, the well-rounded, connected Alexandre Cusa, but she took a chance on me and gave me a job, so I worked with her. So I really wanted to say you're one of my mentors. I really look up to you, and you're just amazing.
Thank you.
Second thing, how amazing she is. Did you see the little boy that was with me, already confident and taking the microphone? That's her son. So look how amazing she is.
Thank you, Fazia. If you want to talk to these folks, they're going to be around. We're going to do a quick wrap-up. I want to say thank you to the volunteers. Roger for giving out those. He handcrafted those Valentine's Day. He's been working on those for months, coming up with those. To Danila, our live tweeter, to the whole team at Emerging Prairie, Gina in the booth, Darby making this possible. Special thank you to Malachi, who's not here because he's with my car trying to get the tire fixed. There are sponsors that make 1 Million Cups possible. So if you know anybody at Midco, JLG, if you could just say thank you, send them a text. If you need to buy, if your friends are trying to get like a house built, just buy some services from JLG on their behalf. That'd be fantastic. Also, Dakota Medical Foundation. What I love about life are people that build platforms, people that support others. We saw that from our 2 speakers today, but the team at Dakota Medical Foundation is working their butts off to make this possible. There's a community of celebration. If you know any of the staff members at DMF, I want to challenge you in the next 36 hours to give them encouragement because they're serving others. So big thank you to them. Let's give them a round of applause. Click Content Studios. These are the folks live streaming with us. We are grateful for you helping tell the stories of entrepreneurs and sharing your gifts with us. Next week, our speakers, I'm not sure if they're up there. Do we have one more? Next week, our speakers, we got some folks coming from the Twin Cities. You are not going to want to miss this. Teague and his team are looking at online gambling availability. So they built an ability to do that, focused on fantasy soccer sports around the world, based in Twin Cities, well-funded. And Jasmine Russell, this woman is dynamic. She's a data scientist, and they are helping creatives launch their careers with a digital platform. You're not going to want to miss that. In 2 weeks, we're going to Berry Hall, where we're doing Intern Day. We've got the founder of Eldevron locked in. It's going to be fantastic. If you've heard anything about Eldevron, they're probably trying to hire all your neighbors and friends because they're growing really fast. And then in 3 weeks, we've got Jeff Young from WEX. Jeff is an entrepreneur. They just acquired Discovery Benefits. I think the valuation of the company is very high. We've got some established entrepreneurs coming to town. So as we wrap, we just want to say thank you to all of you for supporting entrepreneurs, for listening to the stories, supporting them. We've got 2 fantastic social entrepreneurs that you met today, and there's more in our community. Thanks for being part of 1 Million Cups. We will see you next Wednesday.